Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hakimah binti Muhammad Mohtar, and my matric number is 2019-298588. Today, me and my team will be presenting about types of investment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Auji Somimi binti Abdullah Sani. I am from AP 115, Class 3E. My matrix number is 2019284394.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shakir bin Nazri. My matrix number 2019257894 and I am from class AP 115 3E.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Luqman Hakim bin Ibrahim. I'm from AP 115 class 3E. My matric number is 2019244904.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azmi bin Matno. My number matrix is 2019420708 and I'm from class AP 1153E. So now we had been given an assignment that appointed us to be a fund manager for a client that have 1 million ringgit to invest. So we here to give an advice on the key element of investment. So there are 4 types of investment that we already choose for the client. The first investment are investing in property. Investing in property such as houses and apartments are great because the market value are increased year by year. So the earlier you invest in property, the good profit it will become. I had listed a property that good for investment. The property is fully furnished apartment near UiTM Sri Iskandar. The location of the property makes the property suitable for investment because the location is near to UiTM. So each year, there will be students that wanted a house to be rent. So this gives an opportunity for client to invest because it will give a good profit based on the highly demand on the location. So for the capital required for one apartment, the capital required is around 100,000 because the apartment cost is 95,000 like that, and plus minus with the agent fees, stamp duty and others will be around 100,000 to 150,000. But I recommended to you to buy 4 fully furnished apartment, so it will give a bigger profit to you. So my capital required is around 500,000. The expected return from this investment are with a highly demand of the property to rent, there will be no problem to get a tenant in a short time, and with the long-term agreement of renting, the income can be passive income every month based on how long tenant wanted to rent. For the risk, investing in property is low risk based on time to time. For example, this pandemic COVID-19 makes the risk went to medium or even high risk because there is no student that wanted to rent a house because they already stay at home. But there's still people who still wanted a place to be rent, but just in a small portion.
Next is gold investment. When speaking about gold investment, everyone must be thinking that we have to buy jewelries and keep it at home. But nowadays, we can invest in gold without having to purchase the physical gold. We can just find a good bank that offers gold investment account. We can choose whether we can invest gold in banks that offer 99.5% gold purity level or 99.9% gold purity level. Or you can choose banks that offer smallest buy-sell spread, and you can maximize your profits. Then, you can invest in GIA according to how many grams would you like to invest, as they use the same price as physical gold. For example, a gram equal to RM 245 ringgit and 48 cents, and that is the same for GIA. Gold investment has a low risk and high return. Gold investment is a good investment as it have a low risk and high return. The expected return is money. You can sell your gold in your GIA to the bank and get money for the return. There is low risk in gold investment as the price on gold keep increasing day by day. We can choose any high risk that we can sure that it can give us return. Usually, a high risk comes with high return.
So next, I will explain about ASP, which is Amanah Saham Bumiputra. This is a platform for Bumiputra people to keep or save their money, and they will get a high return in the long term. So there are two accounts that people can open for ASP, which is adult account and bijak account. The requirement that they need for open ASP account, which is they must be 18 years old and above, Malaysian, and all the documents are original. For example, if we keep RM50,000 in ASP, the next 25 years, the money will increase. But money will increase if we did not touch the modal or cash out the money. So ASP is the platform that gives us low risk but high return. And also, it is the safest place to invest and saving our money.
I'm going to present about the shares investment. Shares is the holding of ownership of a company in the form of equity, which means that we have a part of the company. Citizen only can buy shares at private limited or limited company. We only can own company shares that have been listed at Bursa Saham Malaysia only. The reason why we invest in shares at certain company is because we want to a profit in the company while we also want to grow the business. Next, how to invest in shares. First of all, we need to open stock account at securities companies or stockbrokers. Make a business in share or stock are same as we run a traditional business, where we must to buy first and then sell it back. We need to buy low and sell high. We need a capital to invest in stock or shares. For example, we invest in Nestle company. The Nestle company stock price per unit is RM 140. Minimum for buy a stock, we need to buy at least one lot of stock. There is 100 units per lot, which means that if we buy one lot for Nestle stock, we need to ready amount of capital about 40,000. And if we buy 30 lot of Nestle stock, we need to ready amount of capital about 42,000, which is not include broker fee. So there is no any fixed amount of capital of stock investment. Basically, it based on the demand of the stock and the status of the company. So how we get return in stock or shares? First of all, we need to buy low and sell high. For an example, in 26 December 2020, price for Nestle stocks are RM 140 per unit and we buy it. Then at 6 December 2021, the price for Nestle stock are 160 per unit and we sold our lot. If we are in the situation above, we will get profit in about of 20 ringgit per unit, and if we buy 30 lot, we will gain in amount of 60,000 per lot. That's why share investment have a high return, and in the same time the capital are also high. And for the risk, of course, there is a high risk in shares or stock investment. This is because the factor price share or stock affect by external factors that we as investors cannot handle. It also hard to predict the up and down of the stock price at the market. The factor that affect the stock price is market demand, politic factor, economic stability and company profile. We can lose a lot if we have no any knowledge about stocks and shares.
For the conclusion, I believe all the investment that have been explained by my friends have their respective advantage and disadvantage surely all investments have their own risks and returns. So, what I can conclude here is that all investments are stable in terms of returns, risk and capital. But there will be investment that bring as slow profit as property, because once the client invests in the property, he has to find a tenant who wants to rent on his property. In the period time before he gets a tenant who is willing to rent the property, he has to pay monthly installment for several months. Of course, it takes time for him to get his capital back. But for gold investment, it is different. Gold investment doesn't have a high risk because every year the price of gold will increase. For example, if our client needs money after not making a profit from property investment, he can invest his gold to get a certain amount of money to cover the slow profit earned from property investment. So, indirectly, this gold investment will be able to cover the property investment made by him. So that is why we need to have backup investment in order to help other investments if our investment incur huge losses. Thank you. That's all from me.